Hello YouTube, finally I found the time to make another video, so let's get started right away. Basically what I'm going to show you is a bit of stuff I picked up, and most or all of it is sealed or original Nintendo stuff which has never been opened. Okay, let's start right away. First of all, we have Game Boy printer paper for the Game Boy printer, for the original one. I've bought another pack of this. I haven't even opened the other, I think one or two I have. But they were so cheap, like €3, and they each roll is basically sealed on its own, so for €3 I had to buy another pack of these. Another thing I picked up is the NES 4-score, which is a 4-player adapter for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I paid, I think, €5 for this one as well. For the, as I said, for the printer paper it was only 3, for this one €5. I couldn't resist for €5. I don't even have 4 NES pads, but for €5 I couldn't resist. Sooner or later I will have it. And next we have Galoob or Codemasters Game Genie. Most of you who know about the NES should know this. This brings back memories. There's another thing I got for, I think, €7, and it's brand new. It has never been opened. I've already opened the box just to check that everything is inside, and in fact the cartridge itself is in there, and there's also the book. Maybe if I get it to open I can show you. Basically the book is like new. It's very hard to get a copy of something like this in a condition like brand new. As you can see, the book, it has no creases, nothing basically. It's basically like new. So yeah, I paid, I think, €7 for this. Another thing I couldn't resist for this price. Okay, I'm going to do this later. So let's continue. Next thing. Now, all of the games which I'm going to show you now were €5 each, and all of them are new. This one is Mischief Makers for the N64. I haven't played it yet, but I know it's by Treasure, and I saw some videos which were interesting, and I couldn't resist again for €5. I thought I'll give it a try at some point. Next we have Tetrasphere for N64. By the way, don't be alarmed if you hear any meowing in the background. That would be our crazy cat. As I said, this is Tetrasphere for the N64. Also €5, and it's a Tetris game, so it should be interesting and should be fun to play. I'm going to find out at some point. Now we have, for the Mega Drive, or for the Genesis as it's called in the US, this is Zombies, which is the PAL version of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I've only played the Super Nintendo game when I was a kid and on Virtual Console, but I've never played the Mega Drive or Genesis version, so I'm quite curious to see the differences. Again, as you can see, this one is still in shrink wrap, so has never been opened. Now, there's something I couldn't believe. Couldn't believe that they have this. For €5, a sealed brand new copy of Odama with a microphone, with everything. Brand new. So yeah, even though I already have a copy for €5 again, I had to take this one just for the collection. Now all that is left is some GameCube games. So the first one, let's start with, is Pikmin, the first part. I've never played any of the Pikmin games, so I'm quite looking forward to this. This is a player's choice version, which is basically a budget version. A cheaper one, but for €5 as I said, it's sealed, so who cares. I think this is also the only player's choice version. All the other games are regular versions. So then we have Super Monkey Ball. This is another franchise and another series of games. I've never played any of those yet, so should be interesting. And basically what they had there was a whole big box of GameCube games. Each was €5. And what I did, I checked for games which I knew about or heard about, which I thought might be interesting. And basically all of the stuff which was published or developed by Nintendo themselves. Because I thought for €5 all of these games should be a bargain. And for the other ones, as I said, I used the criteria that I used was if I heard about it or if I knew that the games were any good. So next one is Battalion Wars for the GameCube, which I think is like Advance Wars on the GBA or on the DS, only in 3D and for the GameCube. This was published by Nintendo and developed by Nintendo, so should be a good game. Then I have 2 copies of Chibi Robo, which I've never played before as well, but I've heard good things about it. I saw videos, it looked like a very fun game. The reason I bought 2 copies of those was, one is for me, for playing, and the second one I like to use for trading with someone else for other stuff. I also bought a copy of the N64 Pokemon Stadium, which I gave to a friend of mine, and if I don't forget, I will put the video of this in between now. Okay, so let's start. This is the first item I'm going to show you. It is Pokemon or however you want to pronounce it, Stadium for N64. It's in the original packaging. It's basically brand new. It has never been opened, it has never been played. And maybe some of you who have seen previous videos will realize that I already got this one. I already bought this a few months ago for a very cheap price. And the only reason I got this one as well now, because I found it really cheap. I found it for €8. The thing is that when I got my first copy of it, a colleague of mine at work who knew about this, who saw this when I got this, he was really bummed out. He told me, oh, if only I could have found it. I'm such a huge fan of Pokemon and I want to play my blue and red Pokemon Game Boy games on this one because I have an N64, but I don't have the transfer pack and I don't have the Pokemon Stadium game. So yeah, basically he was really bummed out, and I was also a bit, well, I was feeling for him. I knew what he was going through, and in my head I knew that I only got this thing for collecting purposes, and I knew that he really wanted to play the game. So I decided to put this in the back of my head, and if I ever saw another copy of the game or of the whole set, that I would try to get it for him for a reasonable price. So yeah, when I made this huge haul of games, and which I'm showing you now, I also found this one. So even though I already owned it, I decided to go ahead and still buy it to give it to my colleague basically. So I'm going to sell it to him at the price I got it, just so you can see everything is still in the original packaging. All of the wrapping is still in it. As I said, it's never been opened, it's never been used. So I hope that he will have a good time with it, and I'm guessing that he will be glad that I found one for him. And I'll let you know how it turned out when I gave this one to him. Okay, so that's the reason why you have this small insert now with me only doing this one thing at a time, is because I'm going to take this one to work with me today because I want to give it to him as soon as possible, because I know that he's really looking forward to getting something like this. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so next we have WarioWare Inc., which is a collection of microgames. Most of you will know the series. I've played the WarioWare GBA game and I really liked it, so I'm looking forward to the GameCube version. Then we have Beautiful Joe, and it's Red Hot Rumble. I think it's I guess it's the weakest game in the series. I think it's like a beat 'em up, like 2 players, 1-on-1. But I'm not sure, and I didn't want to leave it there in case it's worth anything or in case it's a good game, so I just took it. Maybe you can tell me if the game is any good. And last but not least, this is, what's it called in Europe? Mario Smash Football for the GameCube. I have never played this, but I know that it's basically a fun football game, or soccer as you call it in America and the US. So I'm looking forward to give this one a try. And that's about it. This was all the stuff I picked up in one go. And I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you liked the video. And I hope I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!